The story is about one captain and his first mate, but let's talk about the differences between these two men.
My character has all the experience in the world, but is from a very hard-working, working-class background and wasn't born into the privileged family that the captain is, and he which leads to some resentment on his behalf. He thinks he should be the captain, and yet the guy leading the ship is inexperienced, but as I said, was born into that privilege, and his family was a whaling, seafaring family. So there is a whole lot of animosity between the two of them, a whole lot of egos being.
Not quite the relationship I was expecting. I thought that they may have started off on two ends, but that something was going to happen to bring them together, and they were going to end up being best friends afterwards.
You thought that, yeah.
And that's what I thought was going to happen.
I mean, there is, I think, a larger respect by the end of it. There's definitely a mutual respect for one another, and although I think they set aside their sort of egos and go, okay, you know what, that's what you believe, this is what I believe, and here we are.
I was so shocked to find out that this was all true. I had no idea that the whaling history was a real thing. I had no idea that this actually happened. There was an actual ship named the Essex, and that it was attacked by this mammoth-sized whale. What did you think when you found out about this story?
The same thing, yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know that Moby Dick was based on true events, and it made it all the more, I think, fascinating. And, to understand what these men went through, what they endured, and they were lost at sea for 90 days, and some of them survived, and yeah, in the most horrific circumstances. So I think that's what makes it all more interesting.
Was this role physically demanding?
It was, yeah. I mean, it was a long shoot. It was 4 months. We were wet for 90% of the time, and in the water or on the boats and wet, And it was freezing cold when we were in London on that set. We were being, on a ship in a swimming pool basically, and it was on all sorts of hydraulic, gimbals and things, and water cannons being shot at us, and we'd be tossed out of the boats and so on. So that was freezing. Then we went to the Canary Islands where it was incredibly hot, and we were on a real ship, every day for 2 months, and so dealing with sort of seasickness and what have you was a bit of an adjustment.
At any point, are you just thinking, okay, guys, this is just a little bit too real for me?
Yeah. No, I mean, I love it. That's part of the attraction for me with acting, and especially a film like this, is you get to experience something you might never be involved in, and go on this adventure, and it was an absolute adventure,
Made in